I think a lot of people are relieved that Elon got away from this private company thing, because it would have been a huge time drain. It already has been, and a big distraction has been for the last 3 weeks. But Elon's biggest problem is not his shareholders. They've actually accorded him a very high value, higher than GM or Ford. What he needs to do is build an operating team around him. He's probably the most brilliant inventor and entrepreneur of this era, but he's got to have a team at the top, and I think he needs a partner who could either be COO or CEO, someone like Mark Fields, who formerly of Ford, who knows the business. He's got some auto guys in there and gals in there that really know the business, and particularly on the operation side. The idea he's going to the factory to try to fix the operations is crazy. He's got a lot of things to do. He needs to have top operating executives. He also needs to get his numbers in order, which the two will go hand in hand. He can't get the numbers better, but he's got to do that, because this cash drain and continuing large losses is a real problem, and he hadn't demonstrated he can consistently either make product or make profits, and that's where his real challenge is going to be.
Phil, that's going to be a challenge, given that their communications chief, as of news last night, is going to leave next month.
Right. Sarah O'Brien is leaving that job. She is not the first one, and I don't think she'll probably be the last one. That's a tough job, given the fact that Elon Musk is much like Donald Trump. He wants to be his own communications chief. He will send out tweets of what he believes, when he believes, at any time of the day or night. So that goes with that job. Separate, what Bill was talking about is a great point. There is a huge need at Tesla for the type of leaders who can run things operationally, who can assist Elon. J.B. Straubel is there, the chief technical officer. They've got some talented people there, but they've also lost a number of talented people. And that's what they need in terms of taking that next step. And remember, this is a company that's getting more complex, not less complex, but more complex as they look at adding a factory in China and other facilities.
Bill, what about the board of directors? Can you hope that there is an ability to have more governance there on this board, or is it something simply that you should not expect, given a brilliant founder of the type that Mr. Musk is?
He's got to make this transition. He can't continue just with an inside board, former executives and his brother. He's got to bring in some professional board members. That's been done at Apple. I remember when Alan Mulally joined the Google board, he really professionalized that board. And if they want to go in this direction, they've got to do it. And so I think they need experienced automobile people. There's private equity people, there's venture cap. There's not anyone that really understands the automobile business. There are plenty of talented automobile executives out there. And I think you need to have somebody that knows the global business and really understands it. He had a great car in the Model S. Now everyone's getting into it, so he set the standard. But if they're going to do it, they need a strong board that can help them get their finances in order, and they need strong operating people. And that will make the difference for Elon. No one can do it alone. And that's the weakness of entrepreneurs. They try to look at Steve Jobs. The difference it made when Tim Cook came up as the operating executive that made Apple go. You know, that company has run so smoothly, even after Steve tragically passed away, because of Tim Cook. He knows the business. And so you could, if there was a Tim Cook of the auto business, I think there maybe are a couple of them out there, one of them I mentioned, that could do the job, could really help Elon and give him freedom to go off and explore space, SpaceX and all these other ventures he has. And he can be Mr. Outside. Somebody's got to be the inside person.
Phil, you know, one of the ironies of this whole episode is that it seemed as if Elon Musk was very much motivated by trying to shut out the shorts and get away from that scrutiny of the bears on Wall Street, who kind of pick apart his strategy and his business. And after all this, they're probably just going to be more emboldened out there. So you have to wonder, I mean, the scrutiny of every production target and every move on the balance sheet is only going to be more intense now. I
agree. It will be more intense. And you will no doubt see really two arguments going forward from here. You will see the bulls who will say, look at Model 3 production. We're ramping it up. We're going to be profitable in the second half of this year. And the bears, we're already seeing it this morning. They're more emboldened. They're coming out and saying, you got an SEC investigation. You got a ton of questions about Elon Musk's leadership and whether or not that board can change, the company can change. And you've got a number of questions about, do they need to raise more capital? And there you have the big yin and the yang of this fight that's going to happen over the next several months.
You know, there's no way to fight the shorts. The only way to fight the shorts, I learned this in Medtronic long ago, because we had a lot of shorts there too. You have to perform. And when you perform, the shorts go away. And so Phil's got it right.